Hi there, and welcome to this day in history for July 11th. July 11th is the 192nd day of the year in the Gregorian calendar, 193rd in leap years, with 173 days remaining to the end of the year. Today's word is tattoo. Tattoo can be a noun or a verb. As a noun, tattoo refers to a mark, figure, or word intentionally fixed to or placed on the skin, indelibly so, created by the insertion of pigment under the skin, or such a design temporarily applied that appears to be permanent but lasts from a few days to a few weeks. A tattoo can also be a mark on the skin composed of scar tissue, intentionally created by cutting, abrading, or burning the skin. As a verb, tattoo means to mark the skin with a tattoo, or to mark or color the skin with tattoos. Now that we have the skin marking definitions of tattoo settled, tattoo as a noun can also refer to a rapid, rhythmic rapping, a call sounded shortly before taps as a notice to go to quarters, or an outdoor military exercise given by troops as evening entertainment. And as a verb, tattoo can mean to beat or rap rhythmically on or drum on. There's even an informal use of the word tattoo as a verb in baseball, where it means to hit a pitched ball very hard, as in, he tattooed the first pitch he saw for a 3-run homer, or to get many hits and runs against a pitcher, as in, the Twins tattooed him for 4 more in the 3rd. Ouch. The word tattoo comes from Dutch. First known use of the word tattoo ranges from 1627 to 1780, depending on which definition you're talking about. Tattoo. If you have a word you'd like me to explore in the Word of the Day section, pop it in the comments, and if I can find a definition for it, we'll talk about it. And with that, this is the birthday of Scottish King Robert the Bruce, born July 11th, 1274. He led Scotland during the First War of Scottish Independence and lived to the age of 54. This is the birthday of American lawyer and politician and 6th President of the United States, John Quincy Adams, born July 11th, 1767. He lived to the age of 80. This is the birthday of American songwriter, singer, and talent manager Ronnie Mack, born July 11th, 1940. Among other accomplishments, he wrote the song He's So Fine, for which the Chiffons are so well known. He grew up in the Harlem neighborhood of New York City, loved music, taught himself to play the piano, and he heard these 3 teenagers singing in the cafeteria of a local high school, encouraged them to add a 4th, and those 4 young ladies became the Chiffons. The Chiffons recorded He's So Fine, which became a #1 hit in 1963. I believe we talked about He's So Fine in the April 6th episode. I'll go find a link to that and include it for you. Sadly, Ronnie Mack died of Hodgkin's lymphoma in 1963 at the tender age of 23. His mother went to a songwriters convention to accept an award on behalf of her late son, gave a moving speech, and that speech inspired the Holland Dozier Holland songwriting team to write a song called Jimmy Mack, which became a big hit for Martha and the Vandellas in 1967. Ronnie Mack. Before we get on to the song of the day, let me say that I'll include a link to a previous episode for July 11 in case you'd like to see what I talked about in a previous episode for this date. Today's song is Mama Told Me Not to Come by the 3 Dog Night, #1 on July 11th, 1970. Written by Randy Newman, this is a story song written from the point of view of a somewhat naive, sheltered young man describing his first wild party, events of which he finds shocking. Mama Told Me Not to Come has been covered by a number of other artists in addition to 3 Dog Night and has been used in movies like Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. Mama Told Me Not to Come by 3 Dog Night hit #1 on July 11th, 1970 and held that spot for 2 weeks. Link in the description. And I think that's going to do it for us today. Thank you so much for watching. Consider subscribing if you haven't already. Feel free to share this video with a link in your email, messaging, or social media. If you enjoy this series, you can check out the playlist that contains these videos. I'll put a link to that in the description. That description lives on YouTube, so for other platforms, I'll include a link to my blog page that is called No Really. And you can also find me on Rumble and BitChute. All those links in that description. Alrighty, that's all I can think of right now. Thanks again, and I'll see you next time. Microphone over there. Hello. Okay. With 202 days remaining to the end of the world. End of the year. Please, not the end of the world. 202 days remaining to the end of the year. Let's read that one again. Yep, it is. That's what it's called. All right. Third time better be a charm. There's no "the" there. One more time. Attracting. Just read the whole thing over. Are you making some sound? Get on out of here. And we're going to edit that out. Don't alienate people who can be helpful to you. Flinging happiness all over the place. Alrighty. Back to work. I think we got it this time.